Zenker family, it was the males who went food shopping at the supermarket. Maybe it's a throwback to cavemen who hunted while their women stayed home, awaiting their testosterone-driven cave mates to drag home a carcass and complain, "Where am I going to put that?" Maybe it was just my dad wanting to give my mom a break from the 3 urchins she tried to manage daily while he worked in a more civilized environment as an accountant. Either way, it was the way it was. Dad turned the weekly chore into something fun. In those days, it was just what we did, but now I know enough to call it everyday magic. We walked up and down every aisle of our shopping list, frequently buying off-list items based simply on a label exclamation of new or improved. In the cereal aisle, he gave us time to evaluate every box for the potential prize it contained and allowed us three each, despite Mom's constant ranting over the volume of sugar they contained. My brother Steve would run ahead, squeeze into a refrigerator unit that used baffles instead of doors, and waited for my father with his cart to reach the locations. Sometimes a customer or manager would find my brother first and remove him, but only sometimes. "Should we get one of those?" I asked, and pointed at my brother, who posed in an exaggerated way that 5-year-olds consider funny. Dad laughed each and every time. Rounding the packaged meat area, the wrapped ground sausage was a favorite. "Come here," Dad would demand, and when we approached, he would summarily bonk each of us in the head, careful not to pierce the thin plastic film. Then he would put the package back on the shelf. We were Jewish. Bacon was apparently fine. Sliced ham was acceptable on a sandwich. Pork spare ribs were a delight when they came from those cardboard containers with a thin metal handle. But somehow, sausage was verboten and never made an entrance into our home. I've never fully understood the Judaic dietary laws. My dad had the worst digestion ever, as evidenced by the frequency and pungency of gas he purged on a regular basis. We'd be walking down the aisle when he would suddenly announce, "We need to get out of here." We had just seconds before the invisible cloud would hit us, so we moved quickly to the next aisle, where the same scenario would often repeat. We learned to double back in our weekly market excursions, giving Mom extra time away from the kids and the chaos. It was important to end the trip with the unveiling of the day's finds. And when we finally returned home, Mom would be forced to watch each item pulled from the brown paper bags. Long before supersized retail containers were common, he'd buy one oversized commercial package of soup or canned carrots or tuna to present to Mom. "What am I gonna do with that?" she would complain each time. Dad would just wink and smile at us. So maybe there was more to that caveman comparison than first realized. The love for supermarket shopping was embedded in each of us. Many years later, as we were preparing for my father's shiva at the house, Mom needed something from the market. The kids volunteered to go together. Our shopping list was short, but it gave us the opportunity to do something normal on a day that was anything but. As we approached a familiar aisle, one item caught my eye. I looked at my siblings and their eyes narrowed. As a salute to my father, we each picked up a sausage roll and banged each other on the heads. Then we placed them back on the shelf and finished our shopping excursion, our tribute to the best father ever.